Right, Blades. Something is brewing in the Steel City, and it's about to shake BRAMALL Lane to its very foundations. The floodlights are burning bright tonight, casting shadows across a story that's unfolding like nothing we've ever seen before. Deep in the corridors of our beloved ground, whispers are echoing. Whispers of recognition, of vindication, and of a reckoning that's been months in the making. You think you know what's coming? You think the chaos of these past weeks was the end of our story? Think again, because what I'm about to reveal to you will change everything you thought you knew about where this club is headed. 3 seismic developments have just erupted from the heart of South Yorkshire, and each one carries the power to rewrite our destiny. The first will make you understand why the football world still respects what we have. The second will show you that even in our darkest hour, there are those who know we made the wrong call. And the third, well, the third might just be the moment everything clicks back into place. But I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Because you deserve to hear this story unfold properly, piece by piece, revelation by revelation. Something tells me that by the time we reach the end, you'll be looking at our season in a completely different light. Before we dive into this roller coaster, smash that like button if you're ready for the truth. And hit subscribe, because what's about to unfold over the next few minutes could define our entire campaign. Trust me, Blades, you won't want to miss a single word of what's coming. Here's where it all begins, and it starts with respect. The kind of respect that cuts through all the noise and reminds us exactly what we've got in our ranks. Joe Bellingham, remember that name? Borussia Dortmund's rising star, England Youth International, and a player who's faced some of the biggest names in world football. When asked to name his 5-a-side dream team of players he's faced in his career, guess who made the cut alongside Sergio Ramos and Thiago Silva? Our very own Gustavo Hamer. Let that sink in for a moment. A player who shared pitches with world champions, Champions League winners, and Ballon d'Or contenders chose our Gus Hamer in his elite 5. Not just any Sheffield United player, the man who's been our creative heartbeat, our difference maker, our championship player of the season. While we've been suffering through this nightmare start under Saleh's, 5 defeats, 1 goal scored, and that humiliating 5-0 demolition at Ipswich, the football world hasn't forgotten what Hamer brings to the table. 9 goals, 7 assists last season, and performances that had PSV Eindhoven circling like vultures right up until deadline day. This isn't just about individual recognition, Blades. This is about validation. When a player of Bellingham's caliber, someone who's played against the very best in the Bundesliga and international football, singles out our midfielder as one of the elite talents he's faced, it tells us something crucial about our squad's quality. What does Hamer's inclusion in this elite company tell you about the quality still hidden in our struggling squad? The problem isn't our players, it's what we've been doing with them. Hamer's still the same magician who lit up the championship last season. The same player who scored that outrageous goal from the halfway line against Birmingham. But as significant as this international recognition is, Blades, what comes next shows that even our harshest critics had to swallow their pride and admit something remarkable. Now we're getting to the moment where even our harshest critics had to admit the truth. Our owners actually got something right for once. Rob Staten from BBC Sheffield, a man who's never been shy about calling out our board's mistakes, delivered something we rarely hear, genuine praise for COH Sports. After the inevitable sacking of Ruben Sells, Staten said something that should make every Blade sit up and listen. Having made the mistake, there aren't many owners who would show the humility to acknowledge it. Think about that for a second. In a world where football owners usually double down on their errors, bury their heads in the sand, and blame everyone except themselves, our leadership actually showed something resembling wisdom. They looked at 5 games, 1 goal, and a 5-0 thrashing at Ipswich and said, "We got this wrong." The Spanish experiment was always a gamble, taking a manager who barely kept Hull City up and asking him to improve on 90 points in a playoff final. When it spectacularly backfired, with us becoming the worst team in the championship after 5 matches, many owners would have stubbornly persisted, talking about projects and long-term vision. Not this time. Not when the evidence was so damning, so immediate, so impossible to ignore. 5 defeats in 5, the worst start in our modern history, and performances that made last season's playoff heartbreak feel like a distant dream. But here's what Staten's praise really tells us. It's not just about admitting the mistake. It's about what comes next. They should do things the Chris Wilder way, he added. And those words carry more weight than you might realize. Do you think this rare moment of humility from our owners signals a genuine change in their approach to running our club? The humility to acknowledge error isn't just rare in football ownership, it's revolutionary. Our owners saw the writing on the wall after 5 games and acted decisively. Because what's coming next, Blades, suggests that this moment of clarity might have opened the door to the most dramatic twist of all. Brace yourselves, Blades, because this is the moment everything comes full circle. And it's more dramatic than any of us could have imagined. Chris Wilder is coming home. Not just rumors, not just speculation, not just wishful thinking from desperate fans. According to Alex Crook from TalkSport, our prodigal son's return is imminent. The man we controversially sacked just months ago, the manager who delivered 90 points and took us to a playoff final, is about to walk back through the doors of Bramall Lane for a 3rd time. Let that reality hit you. The same board that decided Wilder wasn't good enough after achieving something only a handful of championships teams have ever managed, 90 points without automatic. Promotion is now crawling back to him after 5 games of horror under his replacement Sky Sports pundit. Lee Hendry captured the beautiful irony perfectly. The question is whether he would accept it after the circumstances in which he left. Can you imagine Wilder's smile as he considers this offer? The vindication must be sweeter than any contract bonus. Here's a man who transformed us from League One strugglers to Premier League contenders, who gave us some of the most magical nights in our recent history, who understood the soul of this club better than any outsider ever could. We cast him aside for a Spanish manager who never achieved anything close to what Wilder delivered season after season. The financial implications are staggering too. Because we're still paying Wilder's compensation monthly, bringing him back would save COH Sports hundreds of thousands of pounds. Even our accountants are probably laughing at the poetry of it all. But this isn't just about vindication or finances, Blades. This is about identity. This is about remembering who we are when we're at our best. This is about a manager who knows how to make ordinary players extraordinary, how to turn Bramall Lane into a fortress, how to make the Steel City believe again. Wilder faces the ultimate challenge, 9 points behind the playoffs already. A squad stripped of key players and the pressure of immediate results. But if anyone can perform miracles in South Yorkshire, it's the man who's done it before. Can Wilder truly turn this disaster around and prove that some stories are meant to have fairy tale endings? Whatever happens from here, Blades, remember this night. Because it might be the night everything changed at Bramall Lane. From Hamer earning respect on the biggest stages, to our owners finally showing humility, from critics acknowledging our quality to the most dramatic managerial comeback in championship history. This is more than football news. This is the story of a club finding its way back to its identity, its values and its dreams. We've seen the worst, we've endured the criticism, but we've also witnessed something beautiful. Recognition and humility and hope all converging at the perfect moment. The Steel City never gives up, and neither should we. Smash that like button if you believe in redemption stories. Drop your thoughts on Wilder's potential return in the comments below. And hit that subscribe button to join this incredible community of Blades who never stop believing. Because this is just the beginning. And together, we're going to witness something extraordinary unfold at Bramall Lane. Come on, you Blades. The best is yet to come.